afternoon, Harlem and Harlems of the world. I am Terri Wisdom, and this is Harlem Network News. And as many of you know, Harlem Network News is a media platform that started at the onset of COVID, and we are still here. We are the voice and the drumbeat of Harlem. This week, at the top of this week, we received news that our new City Council member, Dr. Yusef Salaam, formerly of the Exonerated Five, was stopped by the police in Harlem just one day before the ride-along in coordination with Mayor Adams and the police department and the City Council was scheduled to go forward. This incident really proves that there is a stop and check problem for all citizens from all walks of life, particularly in Black and Brown communities. Consequently, this incident stopped Dr. Yusef Salaam, the city council person from Central Harlem, from participating in the ride-along and brought up a lot of issues which we believe helped to assist the city council in making a decision to override the mayor's decision that only certain stop and checks should be recorded due to the paperwork, the bureaucracy, but city council prevailed. The head of the city council, Adrian Adams, was very concerned that all types of citizens, particularly Black and Brown, be they hospital workers, doctors, teachers, people were being stopped. So this put all eyes on the circumstance. Take a listen to Dr. Yusef Salaam in an interview that took place earlier, or parts of an interview that took place earlier this week. Harlem Network News, Terri Wisdom. Thank you. Reporting.
Salaam addressing what's going on in City Council with him.
Use all of the lived experiences that I've gone through and be an ambassador for our people. And I think those who have been closest to the pain have to have a seat at the table. That's been really the messaging that I've always been delivering. And I think when opportunities, and let's call it that, right, happen in society, in people's lives, whether it's in their official capacity or not, we can see them as opportunities that we can grow from and grow through and use the positivity that should be used out of that experience. So that's the reason why I was saying that, because, there's a lot of information that has been coming through social media. A lot of it has been hateful. A lot has been, just vitriol, people bringing up, really 35 years of my lived experience, the trauma that I'm still experiencing all the time. And it's almost as if, you see a person now who's been able to, in some ways, put it behind them. But it's very real that it's a thing that we live with all the time. Another view of what Mayor Adams called, and this is interesting, when I was coming in to this race to become city council member, Mayor Adams was graduating that class of officers, and he called them guardians of society. And so to be in a space where they were really talking about the issues about keeping our community safe, it gave me an opportunity to say, wow, this is great. This is exactly what we need. So being there as a council member now, for me, it impacts me in a way that it wouldn't have had I just used all of the tools to my advantage, right, and really lead as I serve my people. Use all of the tools to my advantage, right, and really lead as I serve my people. To New York, literally right after that, and I'm in the process of making sure that my tents are legal for New York City. The tents were legal for Georgia, which was off by 5% or 5. This was actually
This is Dr. Yusef Salaam speaking about
right?
Him being stopped.
What I would have loved to be included in that moment was, oh, you're working, Mr. Councilman, we stopped you because your tents were too dark. We're going to give you our discretion, we're going to let you go, but can you get that fixed as soon as possible?
Mm-hmm.
Because then I would have been like, oh, shucks, I didn't know my test. It was too dark.
Is that true? You didn't?
I didn't know, right? So first of all, I'm still transitioning to New York from Georgia, right? I believe the law says you have a certain amount of time to New York, literally right after that. And I'm in the process of making sure that my tents are legal for New York City. The tents were legal for Georgia, which was off by 5% or 5. Damn, I wish I'd have known this, right? Because especially as a council member, right? As a person who's now involved in making law, ignorance of the law, as you know, in conversations that I've had internally with my family and friends, ignorance of the law is not an excuse. So it almost behooves a person who's moving and operating in a higher position because they're going to be treated in a higher manner, meaning like they're not going to be given a pass, right? And so some of the unfortunate things that came out of this stop was the vitriol from regular people, folks saying, I knew he was a scumbag. You know, he used his position for this, and he should resign from being a city council member. Some said he should step down from being the chair of public safety, right? For me, I think I'm so thankful for this opportunity because for me, I get an opportunity to see it from all vantage points. The constituents who may feel a particular way or not, they may be on my side, right? They may be against me. The police department's side, hey, we treated him with the utmost respect. I'm echoing that, right? And I think I haven't yet said that. I guess it was like a press conference about the reason why they stopped me in the first place. You know, out-of-state license, and tents that are illegal in New York. I knew about the transition period, so I knew I had a moment to be able to get all of that stuff fixed. Thank God I'm able to have, you know, New York State plate home in Georgia. I have children that go to school there. I have family in Georgia. So it's not like I don't have a home in Georgia. You know, part of the other part that was really confusing to me was folks said, oh, this is insurance fraud. I said, what do you mean? I pay New York City insurance. I'm paying for New York City insurance, right? Sure. So it just was confusing, I think. A lot of on the outside conversation, which really should have happened internally, but it gave me an opportunity to smile and say, man, I'm thankful for this trip. You know, I think that's the beauty of this moment too, making sure that folks know that this is really one city united. You know, all the government agencies, all of the organizations that are helping to provide public safety are all getting together to be one unit, one solid unit, moving things forward. A certain level of privacy to be added to those videos, right? Case in point, I did see the video before it was released to the public, but I was also made aware we have to make sure you guys are private. We can't show your children and your license plate and none of that. No, we want to make sure we keep you all safe as we show this to the public. And I think that that's the other part of it all. You know, I was inspired, if that's a good word to use, that this video was released in a quick manner.